Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Michele Mazelle, and this is the channel for beauty and fashion for women 40 and over, and for, of course, black owned product reviews. If you are new to my channel, welcome. You need to go ahead and click that subscribe button, and you need to go ahead and click the notification button so that you will know when I'm posting new videos. Today is Let's Chat Wednesday. Let's Chat Wednesday is just a time that I'm going to be sharing with you guys very informally a topic that if is of interest to me at this particular time, or just something that's on my mind, some things I'm thinking about, maybe something I'm currently reading. All of these different things are going to be coming on to the Let's Chat Wednesday. A couple of weeks ago, I shared my getting fit at 40, and today I'm going to be talking about going gray at 40. The pros and cons of going gray, because it's something that I am actually faced with at this time, and I know that there's a lot of people out there, a lot of women out there who are definitely like, should I go gray, should I not, what is the way to do it, is there a way to do it, you know, what is all of this? And that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys today. So let's get on with the video. Alright, so last week I got my hair flat ironed, and in the midst of me getting my hair flat ironed, my stylist and I were talking about gray hair, because as she was flat ironing my hair, she noticed that I had a lot of gray hair, mainly in the middle of my hair. So she asked me, what did I do to cover my gray? Was I trying to cover it? You know, we got into the whole conversation, and so I told her that I've only colored my hair once in my lifetime, and I used Shea Moisture, and it is a natural hair care line. And this particular color did not have any type of chemicals in it or anything like that, and I did color my hair using that. I didn't particularly like it very well because it still felt like it had chemicals in it, even though it said it did not. So ultimately I started to use henna for my hair. And if you may or may not know anything about henna, but I'm just going to share just a little bit about it. Henna, of course, is a plant. It's all natural, and it comes from what's known as a henna tree, and it of course provides a very natural color to your hair. So it doesn't have any chemicals in it. It is natural. It's not going to color my hair a blonde or a red or anything like that, but what it does for my gray hair is that it colors it a very coppery, kind of bronzy color, and it mixes great with my hair. So it's not the same hair, same color as my hair, but it's not like out there like, hey, my hair's gray. And so I've been applying henna to my hair for a very long time, and I just applied henna to my hair maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, and so it's probably about time for me to go ahead and apply another application of henna now, because it lasts for about that long. So that's the reason why she was able to see a lot of the gray hair kind of peeking its head through. Now, going gray is a big thing. I started going gray probably in my late 20s, and I can just remember just feeling just some sort of way when I saw gray hair, not taking into consideration that I think it runs in my family. My sister has a lot of gray. She's in her early 50s. My brother, I think, grayed early, and it's just something that I knew was going to happen. But when it did happen, I was not accepting of it at all. I didn't want it to happen. I didn't want to look older. And so I remember plucking it out of my hair. But then it got to the point where plucking it was not going to work, because I had a lot more hair, gray hair in my head, than I was able to pluck. And so that's the reason why I started to then apply the henna. And that's what I've been doing so far. But when we started talking about gray hair, and we started talking about how it's actually trending right now, it's been a trend for a while as far as it just being something that has become beautiful all of a sudden, and people are actually going out there coloring their hair gray, wearing gray extensions, wearing a gray wig. I mean, all of these different things is happening, and that just got me wondering, if that's a journey that I want to actually begin to do, which is to just let my gray hair grow out. So I'm going to show you kind of what I'm working with, and then I'm going to go further into this whole going gray thing, the pros and cons of it, what I found out about it, and all of that information I'm going to share with you guys. So as you may or may not know, I have not been filming in my home for a while because I'm out of town, so it's going to be very difficult probably for you all to really see the gray hair, but I'm going to do the best that I can. I did video earlier today and the video footage didn't come out like I wanted it to, so I had to end up redoing this video. So anyway, it's nighttime now, but you can see in the front of my hair there's gray here, and that's where the gray really gets started. And if you know, or if you are going gray, you know that it usually starts getting, you usually start getting gray on the edges. A lot of people start graying in the crown of their hair, which there's a lot going on in the crown of my hair too, but you can definitely see it at the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you kind of what I'm working with, and then yeah, we're going to go from there. So this is the front of my hair, and as you can see, the gray is definitely in the front. That's kind of where it peaks out first, and then I do have gray all throughout my hair. I'm trying to shine the light so that you can really see. Anywhere that you see, of course, the reflection from the light, that is all gray, and it doesn't really look that way because the henna is covering it. This is the middle of my hair, and you can really see it at this point. You can also see where some of the gray is a kind of a bronze color from the henna, but you can definitely see the ones that have grown in and that take on the gray color. So yes, that is what my hair looks like right now, and again, that is with the effects of the henna, so it's not as gray as it could be if I was not applying the henna. So I mean, gray to me has never been anything that I really accepted because I thought it made me look older. I definitely didn't want to look older than I was, and so I just didn't want to do it. I shied away from it. But you know what, looking at a lot of women right now who is rocking the gray hair and rocking it beautifully is definitely making me reevaluate that whole concept that I have, that whole perspective that I have is really making me wanting to see if it's something that I really want to do. So let's talk about the pros and cons of going gray, right? So I researched about, of course, going gray, transitioning to gray, and the whole process of going gray is a lot, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But right now I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons of going gray, so that maybe it would kind of help me decide, you know, if it's something I want to do. Does the pros outweigh the cons? And maybe it could help you too if you were thinking about going gray as well. So the pros of going gray, of course, is saving money. If you are going to a hairstylist to get your hair colored, of course, you're definitely going to be saving a lot of money. For me, I'm not really going to be saving money, but I'm definitely going to be saving time, because henna in my hair takes a very long time. It's a whole day process. It takes a long time to apply the henna. It takes a long time to wash it out. It is just a whole day drawn out process. So me, I'm not really saving money because it's not that expensive, and I'm not putting it in my hair as often, but I'm definitely going to not have to worry about applying the henna, which takes a very long time. So if you're someone who's spending a lot of money to get your hair colored, either you're going to the store and buying the hair color, or you're going to the hairstylist to you know, get the gray covered with color, you're going to save money from that. So yeah, it's going to be great for your pockets, and for me, it's going to be great for my time. The second pro is that it's your authentic self, because if you're one that you're really wanting to embrace who you are, everything about you, your whole body and things like that, then going gray is definitely a great fit for that, because it is your natural hair color at that point. That's where your hair color is going. For me, going natural to me was definitely my authentic self. It is the hair that is growing out of my head. So since that's the case, going gray would definitely be the icing on the cake. It is what my hair color truly is right at this point. And so that's just going to be an added bonus for me really accepting and embracing everything about me, the good and the bad. So that's definitely a pro for going gray. So the third thing is definitely in style right now to be gray. It is definitely not seen as being ugly or older. So that's definitely something I can put a stamp on to say, okay, when I do go gray, I know that I'm not going to be looked at as looking older than I am. I'm going to be right in with whatever else is going on and being in style, and you know, being kind of in with whatever else is going on, and not feeling like I'm doing things that making me go back in time or making me look older is always a great thing. And of course, the fourth pro is that if you are coloring your hair and you're using the chemicals of the hair color to do so, of course your hair is going to be a lot healthier. For me, since I don't use hair coloring and I'm using henna, it's not really damaging my hair in any form or fashion. However, I did use the Shea Moisture and it did damage my hair a bit, so I definitely know the effects of coloring. So if you are one to color your hair all the time, that is definitely going to take a toll on your hair, and if you don't color it anymore, your hair is probably going to be just a little bit healthier. So the con number one is going to make me look older. Of course, it's going to take a while for my gray hair to really transition and for it to really shine through or go through, and whatever age that is, I definitely don't want to look older than I am. So I'm very scared about that. As far as like, if I'm in my late 40s and my hair is gray, am I going to look like I'm 60 or 70? And I definitely don't want to look like that. So that's definitely a con of going gray. It's just, how is it going to look on me when I actually become fully gray? The second con is that I hear that it's a lot of work to take care of gray hair, because it can be a funky color, it can change funky colors or whatever, and it's already taken me a lot of time to take care of my natural hair. Then I have to add on top of that of taking care of my gray hair too. It's just a lot. I just don't know if I want to invest all of that time to do all of that, to have to relearn my hair all over again, because I have heard that the gray strands are actually like a different texture, or you know, you have to do something different with it, use different shampoos. That means I have to actually find new products to use, and that's going to be a lot for me to do. Like, it was a lot for me to go natural because I had to relearn my hair all over again, and I'm just like, do I really want to have to do that a second, you know, third time or whatever? So that's definitely a con for me, is having to relearn my hair all over again. The third con is that, just like with natural hair, for those who have gone natural, where you go through those transitional stages where the demarcation line is between the relaxed hair and the natural hair, is a very ugly stage. And I know that that's going to be the same type of stage that's going to go with transitioning to gray. All my hair is not going to be gray. There's maybe going to be patches that might be gray. I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now, just looking at it, I can see that it's kind of like a streak, kind of what I'm seeing, streaks of gray. So I'm assuming that if it was gray, that of course it's going to look the same way, but I definitely don't want it to be going through an ugly stage where you have like a patch of gray right here and then nothing else is gray, and you know, people looking at you crazy and funny or whatever. And so that's definitely a con. It's just getting through that stage of it actually transitioning, because you don't know how long that's going to be. And yeah, definitely don't want to walk around looking, you know, to me, ugly. So that's definitely a con. It's just going through the stage of it's going through that transition of going gray. And then the last con is I might not like being gray all the way through. I mean, some people like that look and they like, you know, they have embraced the whole thing. I just don't know, you know, if I do it, if I look at it and just be like, why'd I do that? You know, sometimes we do these things and we try to make these decisions, and then it's just like, maybe I should have thought more about this before I decided I wanted to do it. So that's definitely a con for me, is am I going to like it? Is it something I'm going to look at in the mirror and be able to enjoy what I'm looking back at? So yeah, that's definitely a con of going gray. So going gray is definitely something that I'm really seriously thinking about. I did research transitioning, and there's different ways to transition. Of course, the main thing is to stop applying henna to my hair from here on after. Let my hair do whatever it's going to do, let the gray do whatever it's going to do, and leave it alone. I mean, that's just basically the transition process. I mean, of course, if you want to go to a hairstylist and have them kind of, I think they said some hairstylists can kind of like color some of the hair, you know, to make it a little bit more uniform. I mean, there's a whole different types of things to transition to gray, but the main thing is just to leave it alone and let the gray hair come through. So yeah, going gray is something definitely I'm seriously thinking about, and I don't really know where I'm on the fence of right now, but right now I'm just just continuing to think. All right, guys, that is all for this Let's Chat Wednesday. How do you all feel about going gray? If you are gray already, was it something that was scary for you? If you haven't gone gray, you know, is that something that you're considering? Just kind of a comment below about how you think of going gray, having gray hair, and all of that good stuff. This is Michele Mazelle. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.